Break that seal. Hello Destination Nation, welcome to another episode of Breaking the Seal. I'm your host John Myers, and if you can't tell by the look on my face and this enormous box, we finally have the Thanos on Throne Maquette from Sideshow. And guys, I can't even tell you how anxious I am right now between seeing this guy, making sure that it's all in one piece, but ultimately being able to show you guys is what just gets me jazzed up. So I'm really fired up today. Thank you guys for joining us. And as you can see, this box is enormous. It has a lot of Thanos's just kind of his armor markings on the sides and on the back. I'm not going to spin this around for you all just for how big it is, but you can see this is just the picture of what we're going to be opening up here. So just kind of a tease of what we're going to be seeing. So right now guys, let's get into this. Hey guys, so we finally got all the pieces out, and it comes with a total of 6 pieces. It came in a 3-tiered box set. So the body came out first. Next were the 2 armrests, followed by the gauntlet, the head, and the throne. So I'm going to start with the throne, and I'm going to work my way of putting it together. So as you can see, just the sheer size of this thing is amazing. The scale is incredible, but the details in it, I mean, it's very, very, techy, mixed in with natural rock. It's kind of what you'd expect to see in a throne room that's floating through space. I definitely wanted to turn this around so you guys could see the back of it as well. This is the type of piece that needs to be displayed on a turntable. The beauty of it is going to be seen from all sides, and I'll show you a little bit of that. But I would highly recommend putting this on some kind of turntable that you can get on Amazon or eBay, but they're very, very cheap. They hold up pretty well. But this is something you guys are going to want to be able to see all the way around pretty much at any point in time. So next we go into the armrests. These do come with just a magnet, so it slides in very simply like that. Holds up pretty well. I did want to bring attention to not only the skulls that are also on the headrests, but even just down here. This coloring down here is incredible. I mean, this paint job, you can really tell a lot of time and a lot of effort went into it. Up here on the right armrest, you see Thanos's right hand, and he's crushing that top of the skull. Obviously, he's going to be in a position where he's sitting on the edge of his seat, egging anybody on to come and get him, and this is obviously him showing a little bit of his strength. So that is a really nice touch there. And there's your assembled throne. So next we'll go to the body. Now, this is where all the girth of the statue comes from. I found a couple of imperfections in his costume. I don't know if they're really enough to warrant me, having to take it back or anything like that. There's a knot at the bottom of the butt of the chair that's he's gonna sit right in, and then his arm actually just kind of fits right underneath that. So here he is sitting on it. As you can see, he's just, golly. I saw a couple of people have some issues with the feet not touching the bottom of the throne exactly, but as you can see, that fits on there really nicely, so I don't think we'll have any issues there. And then of course his left arm sits right there on top of that rest. So next we'll go with the gauntlet. This is big, guys. This is absolutely enormous. It's the size of my hand. It's in the come and get me motion. And this was something they added after the prototype was made, which was the light up infinity stones. Now, one thing I will say that I wished they had done was incorporate some kind of lighting system in the throne, and then have it wired up into the arm so that not only the gauntlet lit up, but also something on the throne lit up. Put in an AV, I'm okay with this just because that's really neat, but it's not going to be on as much as I want it to be because I have to specifically make a separate move to turn it on. And on top of that, I would probably only have it on when I'm displaying it for other people, but for myself, I just wouldn't want to burn up batteries like that. But it does take 2 AAA batteries that it comes with, so that was a nice touch by Sideshow, so we don't have to make an extra trip to the store. But I'll go ahead and show you guys here. Now this thing had some very good magnets in it. If you hear that, that thing is really in there, which is good. But it's held in there very, very well. Before I get into the head, I did want to say one more thing. The costume that he's got on has a very, very, very nice texture to it. That just goes to show you just how much more detail they put into it, other than just the smooth finish with just the lining that it has. It also has that full texture all the way down his pants, which just make that just that much more unique. And just kind of shows you all the work and effort that went into it. The head itself, I did not get the exclusive. I was not able to get that in time, so I was a little disappointed in that. But the exclusive did come with 2 heads. This was the original head that it came with. The other one came with a smiling, with his you know, natural grin that he's got. With a different color set of eyes that matched a little bit closer to Starlin's eyes from the Infinity Gauntlet series. But I was okay with this. There were some people that had said that both heads were very, very good looking, and they were happy with both. And if you look at them, this has actually got a much more modernized Thanos look, which I think matches the body a little bit more than the Starlin head did. But I did like the grin, and that was something that I kind of wished I had been able to get. But you know, happy with what you got, right? So there it is, guys. Like, you know, these things are very easy to put together. Sideshow does a good job with the magnets and the way that everything fits together. So as you can see, it just kind of goes together real quick. This is about 36 pounds. So if you do have whatever kind of shelf you put it on, you need to make sure that you've got a lot of support. And I would probably not put it on glass. So make sure that it's got something that has good support, good lighting. You want to have lights kind of going all the way around him, and then anything that you guys can get to put this on to make it spin, that will make it even much more enjoyable, because you'll be able to get the full feel from all of the sides. So guys, this is one of these pieces for me. This is kind of like a retirement piece from statues for me. Thanos is my ultimate character. My first comic book was Infinity Gauntlet #1. I just have loved this character since I was a kid, and to get this, like, I don't know if I'd ever be able to top this in my collection. So we'll see if something comes down the road that I just can't resist, but this is something that means a lot to me personally, and I'm just so excited that I was even had the means to be able to get something like this, because it's beautiful, and it'll be a nice thing to be the centerpiece of my room, because that's what it's ended up going to be. So when I get him in place, guys, I'll take some pictures. I'll put him up on Facebook, so be sure to follow us so you guys can see what it's going to end up looking like. Price tag on this guy is pretty high. It's right around $1,200. So, you know, be sure that if you are looking into it, that you're already going to be preparing yourself for that. If you've got the means to do it, I highly recommend it, because it is gorgeous, especially if you're a Thanos fan or an Infinity Gauntlet fan. With the new movie coming out, Thanos is going to be blowing up, so get ready. This was a high edition piece as well. It was $3,500. Some people were not happy about that, but at the end of the day, you know, if you're a collector of these things, that kind of stuff shouldn't matter. So I'm not going to be too upset about it. I'm very, very happy, very, very thankful that I was able to get them. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, as I mentioned. Also go to destinationcomics.com/DNN to check out all of our podcasts and our other shows. There's a lot of stuff on there, guys, that I'm sure you'll find something that you'll like, between comic books, wrestling, toys, games, anything that you can imagine. We've got it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Sorry it's been a very long time since our last video. It's flu season, but we made it, and we finally were able to bring this guy to you. So thanks again for watching. Always remember to break that seal.
You have arrived at your destination.